This week on Country Music Junkies, we have a new artist to introduce you to. His name is Jake Clayton, and I am so pleased to be joined by him on the phone. Jake, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I am excellent, and even better now that I'm speaking with you. I'm so pleased to be joined by someone who is such a musician. I know you're kind of an up-and-coming artist, but you have had quite an incredible career in the music industry. Can we kind of talk first a little bit about your transition from being an instrumentalist, playing over 25 instruments? I didn't even know over 25 instruments existed, but playing instruments for so many different artists over the years, and now deciding to transition into being an artist in your own right.
Well, for me, I started out back in my home state of Missouri, and I had my own theater for about 2.5 years, where I was a artist. I sang all the songs. I had a full band behind me. So I've been doing the artist thing for quite a long time. But when I moved to Nashville in 2007, I was hired on as a musician. I came to town with a job working for Miss Tanya Tucker.
Nice.
And from 2007 to about 2012, the musician side of it was all that I did. I played, everything in Tanya's band over the years that I was there, except the drums, so all the different instruments periodically throughout the years. And I worked for Miss Sunny Sweeney for about 3.5 years, was her band leader for a good amount of that time.
Wow.
And, so I started out as an artist, and when I come to Nashville, it was kind of brought here as a musician, so I did that for a long time. So getting back into the artist realm of it was more or less like hopping back into the saddle for me instead of like completely starting over from scratch. So it's something I'd done for a long time prior to even moving to Nashville.
That's awesome. And why decide to transition back into being your own artist and putting out your own music?
Well, I have so much other stuff to offer than, there's nothing wrong with playing for other artists and stuff, but I had done it for so long, and I just kind of felt like I had all these songs that I had written over the past couple of years, mostly written by myself and a few other friends and co-writers. But, just seeing all this material and just, deciding I really, really liked what we had written, and it's just like it's time to get back to doing what I did before I moved to Nashville and, be a solo artist, sing these songs that we have written and, doing the best that we can. So it's just kind of, again, just getting back into the saddle for me and just, kind of getting out of that transition period.
Awesome. Well, we're really excited to hear what you've got to offer. Your first single released to radio, What Not to Do. Can you give fans a little bit of an overview of the vibe of that song and the story that you're telling?
All right. So this is a up-tempo song. The song has 3 verses, so all 3 verses are different. So they all 3 cover different storylines of things you shouldn't do, and then they all share a common chorus, which basically ends with "Thanks for showing me what not to do." So there's 3 writers on this song: myself, my producer Rob Daniels, and a friend of both of ours from Virginia Beach, Al Gibson. So the 3 of us have all had some, crazy whacked out stuff that's happened in our families or to ourselves. Like the whole first verse of What Not to Do is centered around my nephew, who is currently still serving time in a federal prison for stuff that he did. So so there's a lot of those family tie-ins, and the second verse is, about a like Bernie Madoff type character, somebody who's just scamming people and taking the money and run, stuff like that. So, they're all true stories and just things that I haven't really heard people talking about and putting in songs. So we kind of got this crime drama, if you will. So it's, I really have a good time with it, and we just shot a brand new video for it. So, that kind of helps illustrate the 3 different storylines that people will hear from start to finish to the song. So there's a lot of fiddle, a lot of banjo, a lot of electric guitar, stuff like that in the track. So it's a really cool up-tempo song. Makes you want to tap your toes.
Excellent. Now, that song is off your CD, By the Light of the Moon. What can fans expect to hear from that? What type of songs?
Are you talking about from the whole album?
Yeah, from the whole album.
Yeah. Well, with our music, being a musician primarily, as the voice is an instrument as well, but what I like is music that makes me feel good, even before the lyrics come in. So with most of the stuff that's on this album, it's large up-tempo music. We have tons of anything you can think of that twangs: fiddles, banjos, dobros, mandolins, all kinds of, steel guitar. Anything that you can think of that would be like country instruments are present. Plus, on top of that, we have the drummer on the album is the drummer Troy Laquetta from the multi-platinum rock band Tesla. So it's really, really nice. So, yeah, we have heavy, aggressive drums, big electric guitars, and then mix in the country instruments in there as well. So if you like, up-tempo music, that definitely, good for driving or dancing or anything like that, then that's largely what this album is full of. It's just, up-tempo music that makes you want to have a good time and party.
That is excellent.
With lots of twang.
Hey, that's perfect. Now, you've toured, as you mentioned, you've toured with some incredible artists. From an instrumentalist standpoint, what have you learned from touring with those individuals that you can now bring back to your own music?
Well, it's really awesome to work with people over the years, like you mentioned, working for people like Tanya Tucker and Sonny Sweeney. It's really nice to get out there and see how they handle a crowd, and by handle, I mean, take care of their fans. Right. That's very important. The fans are the most important aspect of your music career. You don't have fans, you don't have a career. So it's very important to make sure the fans know how appreciated they are, and just, take the time to engage with your audience, because they are all awesome people, and so many times people gloss over that fact. And I think more than anything, taking care of your fans is what I have really, really brought away from all the different artists that I have worked with.
Very cool. Now, what can fans expect from your own shows?
Well, I tell you, we have a really, really awesome band. So pretty much the music sounds exactly like it does on the album.
Awesome.
What you'll get to see and hear is, like I said, large up-tempo music with all the different instruments. Like in a show, I'm liable to play 10 different instruments in an hour show.
Oh my.
So you're going to get to see all kinds of different stuff, get to hear what they sound like, and I really like it for kids to come see a show too, because so many kids don't know what a banjo sounds like or what a banjo looks like. They might just know one or the other, and to see the banjo and hear it at the same time, or any other instrument like a dobro. Most people don't know what a dobro is. They think I'm playing a guitar laid down on my lap. It's like that's two different instruments. So it's really cool for people to get to see that stuff too, so they can visually see it and hear it as well. So that's the kind of stuff you can hear hear and see from our shows is, a lot of energy, and you get to see a lot of different instruments and a lot of interaction between the band on stage. It's just we like to have a party everywhere we go. So that's what you can get when you come to a show.
Sounds like a very fun time. Now, Jake, if fans want to connect with you, they can obviously go to your website, jakeclayton.com. But how are you with social media and all of that sort of stuff?
Oh, I love social media. If you go, like you mentioned, to my website, jakeclayton.com, there's links to all of the social media stuff. We have an Instagram page, Facebook, Twitter, all the stuff you can get to. We have a YouTube page, and all of that stuff you can get right there from jakeclayton.com. You can see our music videos, tour dates. You can go get merch from our merch store. All that stuff is right there at jakeclayton.com.
Perfect. Well, fans, be sure to check out jakeclayton.com. Jake, thank you so much for chatting with us, and we look forward to following up with you soon.
Awesome. Can't wait.